The Heliostat Exotic Mission. It's here, and in this video I'm going to explain its story. Something is happening in the Plaguelands, and our big enemy is attempting to acquire a new power. A modified Warsat. Quicksilver stronger than Siva, and who knows what else. Welcome Guardians, let's break it all down. So the new mission is called Heliostat, previously Warsat Heist, and the description is this. Infiltrate a forgotten Golden Age facility to prevent the conductor from launching a dangerously modified Warsat. For those that don't know what a Warsat is, here's a quick breakdown. Warsats were created during the Golden Age and operated by the warmind Rasputin. Warsat, short for War Satellites, were deployed across the system, in orbits of planets on the edge of the system, and in some cases even used, like when the darkness approached. These are the same things that crash land in patrol zones in some cases and you defend them. So when they were created all that time ago, there was obviously Warsat facilities, and that's what we visit in this new exotic mission. Now in case you can't find this, it's in the Pinnacle Ops section of the portal. Not really a good way to advertise your new content and even tell you that it's in the game when players have no clue where to find it, but that's how you start it. So let's break down what happens story-wise throughout the gameplay, then explain the lore and what you may have missed after. The mission first begins with Lodi and Ikora, who tell us that the conductor's forces are trying to infiltrate a Golden Age bunker for some reason. They speak about the presence of Siva and its importance in our past. How Siva is now completely gone and destroyed for the most part, at least here in the Plaguelands. On our mission, we are also joined by some pretty cool looking friendly scions.
The conductor's forces are rampant in the Plaguelands. We're sending you in to investigate and take action. Lodi, our ambassador from Earth's past, will be monitoring communications with me.
The Plaguelands have been interdicted for years thanks to lingering Siva. Tech described to me as infinitely replicating evil nanomachines. Oh boy. Well, now it's kaput. The last of the Siva died with the warmind Rasputin.
Be warned, the danger ahead is an unknown one. You'll be joined on this expedition by a squad of scions allied with the forces of the city. They're experts in a wide variety of fields, including manipulation of Quicksilver, a Neo-Mooney nanite technology that may prove useful here. You have command on the ground. Bear it well.
Seems like a problem for our psionic allies. When I was 20, I'd have given my left hand to talk to him for an hour. Funny where life takes you.
Lodi, you were curious about Siva. This is its deactivated form.
Technology gone rogue. Poisoning a landscape. Destroying the people who touched it. That's not a threat I thought I'd face twice in a lifetime.
At the start, after clearing some enemies, there is a radiation area, so lore-wise and for mechanics, the scions assist us with their psionic protection. If you get near them, you'll get a buff that allows you to traverse through these areas safely for a short period of time. The first step is to access the bunker itself. Find a way through the dead Siva to access the interior. To do this, we must destroy 4 security nodes blocking our progress. This is very similar to Spire of the Watcher if you played that, which kinda makes sense as these facilities were built by these same people. We kill Vex and the Quicksilver Scion opens the blocked doors around the room, allowing us to destroy the nodes on the walls and ceiling. So we are literally using Quicksilver to burst through the dead Siva doorways. More on Quicksilver in a bit. Once the 4 nodes are destroyed, we can descend into the bunker. The next area had some traps as you'd expect, but it's also where we are introduced to another mini mechanic from a scion friend. Around the area you can interact with certain consoles and terminals. If you do so, a scion friend will come up and hack it for you. In some cases they hack it themselves, others you need to hack it with him together. It then becomes important to realize that you have to match symbols in order to open certain doors with these hacks. So for example, in this room we tell the Scion to hack on the right side. I look at the symbol here and match the same symbol on the left. Once you do that, the door to the elevator will open. This part was kinda cool. On the way down, you had to shoot the arc wall nodes, which was blocking the path, or else your guardian would die.
Guardian down.
But this leads us to the Access Central Observation, a giant room with these 3 buildings. Here we had to sneak into these 3 separate rooms and activate security code fragments. You did this by bringing a Scion over to one of these rooms to hack the console to start. Bust the vents open and sneak through to the other side and activate the symbol that you saw back in the center. Once all 3 are activated, we face the conductor's reinforcements, and it's here where she speaks for the first time. Up to this point, we know she's interested in something for her grand plan. Now she wants to spread her legion across the entire system with this new Warsat.
I will not be stopped. The satellite will launch and spread my legions through this whole barren system. So the echo of command proved itself worthless. Enough. I have better tools. 2 choices only remain for you, Icor Array. My golden age, or nothing.
After venturing across platforms up in the sky with the Scion's safety buff, we activate the grav lift and head up to the final boss room where we see the Warsat itself, primed and ready for launch. Here the Guardian must, you guessed it, stop the launch. In the side rooms, the Scions hack consoles, stopping the progress, and then we take on the final boss. This is a Red Legion warrior named Valis Thun. If you played Destiny 2 for a while, you'll realize this enemy looks exactly like Valis Thun, who was the boss in the Tree of Probabilities strike back on Mercury. So not sure if these 2 are connected specifically, but Maya has been pulling Red Legion through time here in the Plaguelands, in Reclaim and in this new mission. Her goal, as mentioned, is to spread the Legion throughout the system. So not sure if it's the same boss from the Mercury strike, but the models are similar at least. Radiation breaches break out in the room, and you must clear ads fast enough so the Scions can shield you from the radiation. And sooner or later you'll take out the final boss and get some dialogue.
You have chosen nothing. A dead world, an empty future bereft of any meaning.
The future is not yours to shape.
When my command is complete, it will be. I will return from the network in a strength beyond anything you can imagine.
Go on, run away. We'll be ready for you. That's a Quicksilver energy signature, one from another timeline. Take it, Guardian.
So overall, the scions of the city assist our Guardian in infiltrating this Golden Age bunker to stop the Conductor from launching a Warsat that would spread the legions elsewhere. Her echo of command is failing, but she says that she has other tools, and that she's still after that perfect Golden Age in her eyes. The interesting thing to note here is the use of Quicksilver all over the place. Previously, we've known about Quicksilver and its use in Neomuna. Quicksilver Storm is an exotic that uses this technology, so this all kind of makes sense. Neomuna started with humans during the collapse that took some of that Golden Age technology with them and advanced it even further, creating weapons like Quicksilver Storm and also the Cloud Striders. When Elsie found a Quicksilver weapon pre-Lightfall in a station out in the deep part of the system, she said this: "Your accessory came from a gun. Someone in the outer system is using weaponized nanomachines. So, someone out there has a weapon I've never seen before, don't understand, and don't know how to defend against. The closest thing we've seen to this is Siva, and these bugs are so far beyond that." Veil Containment once spoke about Siva and nanomachines, how they took Siva's developments even further. Some believe it had a mix of Vex inside there, but I don't think that was ever confirmed. And the new Wolfsbane Axe Sword also has these nanites within. Its perk says Quicksilver nanites that attach to the wielder to charge the blade. When fully charged, you can overclock the attached nanites, enhancing the blade's offensive capabilities. Light attacks deal increased damage to targets, and fully charged heavy attacks create a flaming Quicksilver Swarmnado. The lore card for this weapon is the one we've talked about in previous videos, where a member of the Praxic Order is speaking to Ikora about the Conductor's plans and how she wants to help. "Look, if Maya's flooding the Plaguelands with Vex, it's not just for territory. She's not that crass. She's overplayed her hand on Kepler, and her echo isn't enough anymore. She needs more paracausal energy, and that should interest the Praxics. Beyond that bit of information, there's not much pertaining to this Plaguelands incursion from the new weapons lore. So the fact that Quicksilver exists in this Golden Age Warsat facility makes sense, and it's also interesting how the scions of the city can mess with it. But that does make me wonder, did the Neomuni create Quicksilver, or has it always existed before they went to Neptune in vaults like this Warsat facility? But at the end of this mission, we destroy the Warsat she's trying to launch, and from it, take a Quicksilver energy signature, one from another timeline. After we kill the Vex in certain areas, we stand in the pool and get radiolarial suffusion, so radiolaria is essentially filling up, it looks like. When that bar is full, it turns into radiolarial saturation. And with that buff, we see radiolarial conversion aura created, and it allows us to help the scions open the door. So there's definitely something going on between this radiolaria and Quicksilver. And we even see at the end it says reach through time to acquire this Quicksilver energy signature that Maya was about to launch. So this brings up many different questions. How specifically did she reach through time to acquire this? Are the events of the Desert Perpetual sort of responsible for this, allowing them to remotely peer into timelines and change things? And what did she mean by spreading the Legion throughout the system? Is it like the Red Legion enemies we see here, just making their forces more known and spread out? Or would this Quicksilver have infected them more? There's a reason it's in this Warsat. There's a reason she wanted this power, unless it was just to power this launch. Overall, the mission gameplay-wise wasn't anything too crazy, but it was nice and quick. If players got another encore, I can only imagine the comments we'd see. But I'm sure it'll be the best of both worlds, and some will think that this completely sucked too. It was kinda cool to see Scions in different fashions help you with the mechanics, hacking things, opening doorways instead of, say, needing a buff specifically to do that without seeing the characters. In my opinion, Lodi wasn't really necessary either. He said like 3 things in the beginning asking about Siva, and that was kind of it. The guy's only been here for a couple of months, doesn't really know anything about what our Guardian has experienced over the last 10 years, yet he's in here to talk about Siva for some reason. I guess it makes sense to explain to new players and veterans what Siva was and how it's dead now, but it felt kinda weird to hear his voice at first. I like the character, but not sure if it was the best choice. I guess Ikora could have just worked. This content, I believe, is considered free, which might be why it is the way it is. This whole Ash and Iron arc has felt like a holdover until Renegades, with very minimal content. Story-wise, interesting things are happening, but the content just doesn't feel there compared to what we've had in the past, even with episodes last year. Maybe if rewards were raining down in new activities, it would help, but I hope you get what I'm saying overall. In terms of the story, it was pretty basic. We've been to Golden Age bunkers before. The only intriguing thing is what could come out of this with the conductor. The Echo seems like it's not enough for her anymore. Is Quicksilver the next step, a Siva 2.0 outbreak if she found a way to make it unstable? Or is she after some other greater power? Who knows? But anyway, Guardian, that's all we got for today's video, a quick recap of the new Heliostat Mission story. If you'd like to see some more Destiny news, lore, and mysteries just like this video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next video.